I'm going to use the tuning fork for a minute. I want to get the coherence going. I've noticed that in the mornings things need a little bit more juice. Ooh. We're just making coherence. I am enough. I am good. I am love. You are love. We are all here together. I am authentic. I'm going to be authentic with you. And the world's going to be authentic with me. Oh. One more. Out into the world. Out into the world, coherence. Okay. I just thought it would be really nice to start with tuning forks this morning because I want to do tuning forks today. And Astra's talking to herself. What are you talking to yourself over there for? Silly goose. Okay, so today's first card is the wolf. Wolf. Guardian of family and tribe, activism and ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. A healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, human efforts, or teaching. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children, walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out the agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace and exclude none. When in balance, reliable, democratic, and fearless. When out of balance, judgmental, dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. The wolf. Community, activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching. Okay, we will go with that then. The Kuan Yin card for today is Sacred Sherpa Guides You Beyond. Destiny calls you beyond the edge of your world. The path now leads you to my sacred mountain. The ascent can be challenging at times, but heaven on earth awaits you. To clear the way for you, I am sending a guide, an emissary of love. With this guide, your journey will happen more swiftly, safely, and easily. You will be able to cover terrain that would otherwise be inaccessible to you. I will always provide you whatever help you need to attain your divine destiny. Accept my help in all its form and make the way easier for you. Sometimes the invitation forward in life looks like a stop sign. It seems like the kink in the plan you thought was unfolding, or perfectly a no when you wanted to hear yes. However, the stop signs in life are the ways of the divine saying, Slow down. Let me help you here. There's a better way. I can lead you there if you would follow me. The better way might mean more information or more experience or a guide to help you navigate some tricky issues. Often we don't know what we don't know, and that means we don't know what questions to ask. The divine knows, however. The divine is looking out for you and sending you some information, guidance, or insight that you need to stay safe and make progress on your journey. If you are nurturing a vision or a dream, this oracle comes to you with the guidance that you are going to receive divine blessing for this manifestation. Wonderful. Okay, so we might have a slow down. There's a better way. There's a way that helps you navigate the tricky issues. And you are called beyond the edge of your world. I always love statements like that. Like, what is the edge? What is the edge of what I consider my world? And what does the other side look like? Curiosity. I am a creature of curiosity. But what if? How come? And why? Why? I know that my dad used to say that why was a stage that I never quite outgrew. Yes, Astra. Okay, so this card is out of the Medicine Heart. Oh, I didn't even notice that till now. This card has wolves on it, and we picked the wolf card out of the animal, spirit animal guidebook. So this is 31 Grib Sprayang. Grib Sprayang. I love the woman, and I think that she's holding a bird of some kind. Can you see that? Let me turn the light a little bit. It's just really bright. Is that better? Yes, Astra, I'm holding a card up. She's looking at me like, what are you doing? There's a bird, 3 wolves, and a woman, and that beautiful symbolism in the back. Okay, so this is, consider the practices, places, and people that strengthen and brighten your spirit. These are treasures to be sought and protected in your life. You are worthy of well-being and happiness. You are encouraged to give yourself love, respect, and compassion. Be careful with your own heart. Treat your heart as the divine gem that it is. Believe that you are worthy, and your heart shall most readily attract life's vitalistic magic and blessings to you. Shift from making do to building yourself up from within. You are destined to rise, thrive, and succeed. Grib Sprayang is a Tibetan term. I'm learning new things. Translated as pollution wolf. Grib refers to the lower vibrational content. We may call it subjective negativity, as it refers to anything that pollutes your system. That will differ between people. One person may be able to tolerate or even thrive within a certain type of consciousness or lifestyle that would drain, diminish, and disrupt the energies of someone else. Even the same person at different phases in life and spiritual growth will find that tolerance for certain energies decreases, whilst naturally increasing their comfort and pleasure in experiencing higher vibrational frequencies. Even if those energies may send less purified and prepared souls running for cover due to the stuff such energies will cause to surface. Sprayang refers to the spiritual wolf that devours defilements, just gobbles them up, and in doing so performs the inner and outer clearing. This is an animal totem that supports psychic digestion and serves for spiritual awakening. The wolf soul medicine in this context provides a creative spiritual pathway to channel your appetites, desires, and needs in a constructive way. The spiritual method to implement Grib Sprayang is to apply these wolf energies intelligently towards diminishing that which undermines you and empowering that which strengthens you. Wolf is a great teacher, pathfinder, and trickster. Rather than locking yourself up in a battle of willpower, you simply generate greater degrees of resistance, you can work creatively, stealthily, indirect, and playfully in your body, mind, and soul. Oh, I love that. As I'm reading that, one of the things that keeps coming up is energy sensitivity's ability to transmute energy. So you know, I talk about that I'm an energy sensitive all the time, and I tell people that, and I tell people all the time, like, there are things about energy sensitivity that is very different from empathy. And energy sensitives have this magnificent power, superpower. And it's not just the ability to feel energy. So wolf on this is practice letting go. So there's a wolf and then wolves on that card. And on this one, it has to do with sacred sherpa guides you beyond. So things are about to change. There's an edge to your world, and you let go, and there's always a guide. There's always a guide to let you go. So beautiful cards today. And energy sensitivity, the reason I bring it up is energy sensitives have the ability to take energy in and transmute that. We just do. So when looking at the energy of the wolf card, sorry, I'm like, I had something I was going to say. Right, the inner and outer clearing. Okay, so spiritual, psychic digestion and awakening. So energy sensitives have the ability to take energy in, transmute it, and make it something new. The other thing that energy sensitives do is, because they do not navigate the world through emotion, they really, really rely on the energy itself to keep moving. And if it gets stuck, or they are pulling energy in, like something feels yucky and they want to pull it out of the environment, they can pull it out of the environment and transmute that energy into something else. And there's many different ways of doing that. And unfortunately, what many energy sensitives do is they take it into their body and it gets all stuck. And in the way some of the cards have written today, you know, there's tolerance, there's patience, there's the ability to, especially in Grib Sprayang, they talk about how when you work with vibration and you honor yourself and you learn to protect yourself and you learn to be aware of how to balance energy and balance your gifts, whether you have energy sensitivity, empathy, earth sense, or all of the above, you learn to recognize when vibration is not good for you. You recognize when the vibration or the people that you're around don't serve you. You know, it's talked about in the spiritual metaphysical world all the time. You see reels and memes about it all the time. But this is the thing. And this is where I was going with this. Every once in a while, when you get to a certain point, you recognize that it's not about, and I want to caution before I finish the statement, it's not about forcing yourself to put up with people who shit on you or treat you badly or have a low vibration, okay? This is not what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, every once in a while, as you go along this path of connection and awareness and connecting to your higher self and learning about your gifts and learning how to navigate energy, one of the things that will happen is your ability to tolerate some of the inauthentic bullshit, lies, manipulations, whatever, okay? Your ability to process that, tolerate it, in some ways is less, okay? So you make statements, and it's very popular in the metaphysical world right now to say, well, you don't have the right kind of vibration, I don't want to hang out with you, or I don't want to go and be around you because your vibration isn't high enough, and you know, it can sound judgy, highfalutin, and better than, okay? I've heard it, I've heard people say it, I probably have said it, not meaning that at all, okay? But there's a point where something shifts, and it may not happen a lot, but when it starts to happen, it starts to cascade into all these other things. And what happens is, when you're in that moment, somebody's negative, somebody said something, it's a low vibration, right? There's a point that you realize, wait a minute, I can still just be here. And whatever it is that's low vibration, or whatever it is that's harshing my vibe, or seemingly not coherent, right? You can see it, you can recognize it, and it's as though you're finally in the place where it can be, and you can pick up on it and you can sense it, but it doesn't stick. And instead, your vibration is in that balance place where you can do all of the things you need to do, no matter where the vibration is of the people around you, or the space that you're in, or the things that are going on. And it occurred to me a couple years ago, I think I was probably, I don't know, let's see, I know where I was. I was at the doctor's clinic I was working at. And we were at the very beginning of the place where I was doing IVs and blood draws, and also secretarial stuff and office manager stuff. And we had a second doctor in the clinic, and she had just left. And so there was an energetic shift in the space, and it was really not good energy. It was very chaotic. It was very, like, sad, I think is the word I'm looking for. I remember being, at the moment in time that I'm remembering, I remember feeling physiologically, I was really overwhelmed, and I was really hoping that some things would shift, because I wasn't sure I'd be able to maintain that load and that energy. And I was able to stay, I think, another 2 years. But, I mean, time's a little fuzzy for me. But I realized in that moment that I had the ability, no matter what the energy was in the space, no matter what the doctor was pulling in, no matter how many of the things that I was doing, that there was a sense of a place of peace that I could hold on to no matter what was going on around me, and that I could hold that without judgment. I could hold that without needing to push. And it was one of those moments that I realized, I don't have to do this forever. This is not a forever job, but it gets me to a time and place where I'm going to need to be. And I was able to breathe into that moment and let it go. And I think the cards for today are very much about, finding the balance, finding that energetically, whatever the vibe is, yeah, you can recognize that the vibe's not for you, or that it's a lower vibration. I use that loosely. But that doesn't mean that you can't stay in that space and learn and be at peace and flow with the energy that's there and learn from that. Like, it's all about learning in this life. And no matter where you are, and the more that you have control and the more you work with your energies and you work with your gifts, the more your superpowers come out, the more that you are able to integrate all of the things. And one of the key pieces to that is your body. So don't forget that whatever your natural number is, whatever your natural activation is in your body, will also influence how your superpower, how your ability to use your gifts and manifest them with integrity show up. And you always have a guide. There's always the divine, there's always a message, there's always a path forward. And we're always given choices. And sometimes, honestly, there are a lot of choices, and it can seem like way too many choices. And that's okay. you can breathe into it and just in that moment make the choice that serves you best at that time. So I started with tuning forks today. I'm going to end with tuning forks today. But as I've talked, I've noticed that we've had up to 4 people on live. I don't know. Oh, there's the 3rd person on live. So while I sit here for a few more minutes, does anybody have any questions? I am happy to answer a question or 2. Astra has joined us. It's very interesting when I do, I had 2 very long Zoom calls yesterday, and she really wanted to sit with me in my rolling chair in front of my desk, which means I have about that much space between the desk and her. She insisted on sitting there a couple times, and she perches, she's uncomfortable. I've got to figure out a way to maybe get a chair or something next to my office chair that doesn't clutter up the walkway any in our little mini office downstairs so that she can sit with us, or sit with me, sorry. So we have really good cards today. I challenge you in today's daily devotional, think about your energy, think about your gifts, think about how you harness them. Think about when you're working, when you're out in the world and there's vibrations that seem low, that seem to interfere. I challenge you to think about and look at, are you able to hold grace in that moment? Are you able to hold a place of peace in that moment? Are you able to just be in your energy with anybody and everywhere you're around without feeling like you have to run away? And what is it that you're afraid of? And give that love. Does anybody have any questions before I go today? I'm going to do the tuning fork one last time to cleanse out, send some coherence. I think one of the things that I've noticed lately is with all of the dynamics in the world right now, there's a lot of fear, fear-based actions, fear-based words. There's a lot of what I call trauma avoidance. Nobody wants to talk about the things in the world because it's all traumatic, so everybody's avoiding it. And we're being inundated by the media in one area and losing sight of other areas. So I'm just going to send some coherence, and if any questions pop up before I finish, then I will answer a question if it calls to me. Don't forget, when you hear tuning forks, if there's anything stuck in your body or it sounds discordant to you, there must be some dissonance. So breathe through it, feel it in your body, and allow the sound to kind of just wash over. If you hear the discordance and you want me to strike it a couple more, I'm happy to do that until we can feel like the discordance kind of comes down, okay? My 8 needs a little bit more. Really getting a sense that somebody that's watching is really out of an energy balance. So whoever is watching, really take some good deep breaths. Really take the energy in. Allow it to just go to wherever it needs to. And this could be that I'm picking up a discordant from somebody who's watching it later. Time has no meaning. So we're just sending that vibration to whoever needs it in whatever timeline that's watching this. No judgment, just acceptance. Allow it to flow through. Sometimes it makes you yawn. Clear your throat. Something is out of harmony, out of concordance with your harmonic field. There we go. Good. Speak your truth, people. Honor your soul. Always let it out. If you feel like you need to make sound, this gets clogged a lot, especially with women. Because we're not allowed to speak our truth so much of the time. We swallow it. Society doesn't want us to be strong. Oh, it stopped that warbling that it was doing. Good. Good. One more time. Oop, sorry about that. There it goes. Good job, everybody. If you're watching this later, or anybody on this particular, I have, just so you know, I have somebody that I recorded some tuning fork healing with, and they've been able to go back to it 5 or 6 times now in the last 6 months. And they said the vibration seems to work every single time. So if today's daily devotional helps you, just click like, click save, notebook it, share it, because you can always come back to it. So have a beautiful day, my friends. And again, for daily devotionals, if you have questions and you want to chat something, I am happy to be with you in the mornings and answer a question or two. I'm not going to do full readings, but if you need help or something feels discordant or vibrationally off, we can talk about it. I can give tips. I can see what your guides say. Happy to help. Have a beautiful day, my friends, and I will see you in prayer. Blessed be.